What's going on YouTube? You know who it is, Dave from Smart Fitness, and today I want to show you guys something, little thing called back, biceps, active rest, HIIT cardio. So I'm going to do back and biceps, go real heavy. You can see my deadlifts, you can see Carly's deadlift, and Carly's going to do her usual active rest between exercises, and then she's going to do HIIT cardio at the end while I'm doing biceps. We used to have Carly going twice a week on arms with me, where she'd have her back and biceps and chest and triceps, and then she'd do an arm split on shoulder day, but we decided that was a little too much, so now we're doing her HIIT cardio, as well as on her shoulder day she's doing a little bit of arm stuff as her HIIT cardio type of lifts, so she can burn more calories and be better conditioned for when we decide to cut, as well as still hit her arms so she doesn't have any lagging muscle groups. Take a look at this video, guys. Let me know what you think. Alright guys, we're going to move right into deadlifts here. We did 8 sets in total. This is set number 3. I've got about 205, 210 on here, I believe. Yes, 210. So, I kept my rep range anywhere from 6 to 8 reps, so that by the 5th set, which was my heaviest set, I was actually able to get anywhere from 1 to 2 reps. And then right after that 5th set, we decided to go ahead and deload the weight and slowly go back down. By the 8th set, I was doing just 45 a side. Notice that my back is staying neutral. I'm lifting and engaging my hamstrings, and I'm thrusting my hips forward just gradually. It's not an hyperextension of any sort. We move on to Carly's set here and her beautiful smiles as usual. Keeping it serious and joking at the same time. That's how you enjoy your lifts, enjoy your workouts, and have lots of fun. So Carly here kept her form pretty clean as well, with the exception of her neck going up. Now the main thing that causes that is looking into the mirror. If you don't have a mirror there to look at, your neck generally stays neutral. And this would be my set of 325. I did 1 rep, but as you'll notice, my back does arch just a little bit when I actually pull the weight up. This is the most weight I've done. Deadlifts are my weakest lift by far. So it's something that I've got to work on. Moving on to Spirit Fingers here as she attempts 45 pounds on each side. This is the most Carly's done before for a deadlift, but as you guys are about to witness, we need to make her go heavier because she did this way too easily. The only thing that we need to work on with her form here is making sure that she keeps her shoulders down and doesn't try to shrug the weight up when she gets to the top of the rep for her very first rep. But other than that, everything was pretty clean. And then we've started our deload here. This is set number 7, and I'm at 205. Sorry, no, that's 210. That's 210, ladies and gentlemen. My mistake. And then we go to Carly right here with lat pull downs. Now, Carly's form is nice and strict as always on these. She's got her elbows down. She retracts her shoulder each and every rep so that her lats feel it. She's got her traps down. Beautifully controlled. And then we're going to go into my set here, and you guys are going to notice, oh no, my mistake. We've got active rest here. So Carly's active rest is Bosu ball squats. So this requires a lot of balance and coordination. If you've never done this before, ladies and gentlemen, give this a try. I guarantee you your quads will be hurting, but also your hamstrings and glutes, because of the simple fact that you've got to find a stability point in each and every squat for each and every rep. Notice she's pausing at the bottom. And now we're doing my set. Got the big dog in the house. So I'm leaning back a little bit further here, and the rationale behind this is to hit a different angle on your lat. Usually I try to keep my back relatively upright, but every other back workout I try to lean back a little bit further, just so that I can hit a different lower portion of my lat. One thing I do need to work on is constantly breathing, and that eccentric portion I need to release the weight a little bit slower so that I can feel every single piece from it. So this is my drop set right here, and as you guys can see, my elbows are still down. They're not pointing backwards at all, and the weight's still being controlled the entire rep. And the final drop. If you're by your second drop set, if you're still able to pound out 4 reps, either you've dropped the weight way too much, or clearly you're not lifting enough to your actual sets. So this is my third drop, and this one here, I don't believe I get much more reps than what we have in store for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. Just 3 reps, attempted a 4th and failed. So we move on to Carly's set here. She's doing 100 pounds here. This is the most weight she's ever done. So the fact that she's even able to get 2 reps down and make them pause reps is quite impressive. And then we move right into her actual set. She just wanted to attempt 100 for the camera. So we dropped it back down to 80, and she controls it each and every rep as per usual. Good, decent form. Elbows are down. The only thing that we could correct on this is the few times that she lifts her head up, causing a little bit of tension on her neck. But other than that, which is something minor, her form is pretty clean. Onto her drop set here. The only thing that she does is she elevates her traps a little bit, but that's kind of expected with new lifters and fatigue factor kicking in. She noticed what she was doing and corrected it the moment I told her, so it's not too big of a deal. And then now on her active rest here, notice she's holding a weight. It's a small weight, but it's actually 15 pounds. Give this a try, guys. If you've never done this before, just a simple squat by itself is going to be difficult in itself, so adding weight is going to be quite substantial. Since Carly's tried this, she tries to do it almost every other workout. It's great. And then we move right into rows here. Seated cable rows. And Carly's form is pretty good here as well, as you guys can see. The only thing that she really needs to work on, or we need to get her to start doing, is every rep she needs to protract her scapula and then fully retract it. So what she wants to do is bring her shoulders forward, and then bring them right back each and every rep. I put my hand there to show her that she needs to squeeze every single rep right there. She knows this already, but sometimes it's just a little reminder. And then she moves into Bosie ball push-ups. This is another exercise, guys. If push-ups are too easy by themselves, give these a try. And if you're finding that you can't even do an actual push-up because you're just getting started, give that a try as well, but just go from your knees. Now moving on to my set of rows. Notice how I come forward with my body. It's a full protraction and then right into a perfect retraction. My arms are coming all the way back. Shoulder blades are coming together when I'm bringing the weight in. My traps are staying down. My shoulders are back. Pretty good form, I would have to say, if I don't want to toot my own horn here. But my lats are feeling it at the end of this one. And we move into Carly's set. Notice that her legs are rather bent here. She's going to straighten them out in a second. The rationale behind straightening your legs out is so that you can actually get another 3 or 4 inches when you're pulling the cable in towards your navel area. It doesn't seem like much, but it actually does make a significant difference when you're trying to pull some sort of weight. The resistance in and of itself causes a substantial difference. This is Carly's drop set here. Notice her elbows are in the entire way. She's not flaring them out. She still has her shoulders down. And here we go right into supine rows. Bent right over with the barbell. Did 5 sets, all of them to failure. Then I supersetted that with scooter tucks, well in plank position. If you've never done this before, ladies and gentlemen, give this one a try. I assure you, you'll be burning. Your core is going to be nice and tight, and it's going to hurt. Keep yourself stabilized the entire way. I even tried to vacuum my stomach the first 3 sets, but by the 4th, because we were supersetting it with those rows, it was just way too much, so I just kept it nice and tight. Carly, the full 45-pound barbell was too much for her. This is her first time doing this exercise. She's a little bit more upright than what she should be, and her neck she is looking up to see what she's doing. We should get her to keep her head a little bit more neutral and get her to bend over a little bit more so it's full lats that are doing the work. But other than that, it was pretty good form. And this is Carly's first time trying this exercise as well. At first she hated it, by the end she loved it. You know how it goes trying new exercises, guys. Give them a go. Just let this one play out. Form's pretty much exactly what it needs to be for this, with the exception of the few times that her elbows or knees flared out, but other than that, it's okay. And next, I turned to the dark side. I did some barbell curls in the squat rack. The gym wasn't too busy, and I figured, you know what, let's get a good arm pump going on here. So, popped over to the squat rack and did some bicep curls. 6 sets of anywhere from 8 to 12 reps, and then I supersetted that to failure of dumbbell hammer curls. By the end of the 5th set, my gosh, my arms were dead. And then moving to Carly's set here. She was doing the active rest, the HIIT cardio, the interval training, whatever you want to call it. So she starts with jumping jacks, and then she goes into a lunge variation, and finally ends off with a variation of scooter tucks. She did 6 rounds of this, And by the end of it, she was sweating like a pig. It was glorious. So with these lunges, notice she's extending her leg and kicking it out and back. A little change like this allows you to engage your hamstrings and glutes substantially more. She doesn't even have weight here, mostly for the simple fact that she's doing 6 sets, 30 seconds apiece with a 30-second break between each of these exercises. So you do build up quite a bit of lactic acid in those muscle parts, as well as fatigue factor. So if she was doing this on its own, she would more than definitely be using weight. But give this a try, guys. Your glutes are going to get activated a lot more than what they would with a normal lunge. And these are standard scooter tucks, just in and out. Elbows are doing a lot of the holding for your upper body, and her knees are coming in, and that is pretty much it, guys. Alright guys, so that's a workout for today. Let me know what you think. I know my deadlift needs a little bit of work. Let me know what I should do to make it better. I know I got to engage my hamstrings more, a little bit less of my lats and lower back. But again, for a 1 rep max, I thought that was decent. Other than that, let me know what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Comment and subscribe. Stay strong.